Hi, I'm Mark. This is my December review for Cancer Sun sign and Cancer rising. On the 1st of December we have Neptune turning direct. Neptune's at 20 degrees of Pisces, so if you have planets on this or around this degree, or Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius around the same degree, then you'll be intensely affected by this. Now, if you've learnt the lessons of Neptune retrograde, which we spoke about in the summer, then you will gain the benefit from it now. Now, the lesson to be learned was one of developing a true spirituality and a great understanding for other people's beliefs. If you've managed to do this, then you'll reap the benefits of that understanding now. On the 4th we have a new moon. This is a new moon solar eclipse, which is a total eclipse but only visible from very low in the southern hemisphere. This series belongs to the South 5, so again it brings good news and joyous events. And this new moon is in Sagittarius, so you've got to be ready for rapid growth. You've got to be ready for change coming on very quickly now. And also it's in your 6th house, so the area which this change will happen is in your daily routines, your health, diet, exercise, and also your work. So there's a lot happening at the start of this month. Later on the emphasis will shift with the full moon on the 19th, but for now get ready for a lot of busy days, reorganising, making changes, and really preparing your routine so that they run smoothly for the future. On the 5th, Mars in the 5th house makes a positive aspect to Pluto in the 7th. So this is a fantastic and ideal time to work with others on any creative project. This is a time when you can really achieve. The following day Mars makes a square to Jupiter, so there's a lot of Mars energy. If you can harness this, you can put it to good use. The only thing with the Jupiter aspect, you mustn't get too overconfident. You mustn't ride roughshod over others. You need to cooperate with others to get maximum effect of this aspect. There may be an interruption or a little blip in that Mars energy when the Sun makes an opposition to the Black Moon Lilith. This could cause a mini crisis or a major event that happens that needs your attention and takes your attention away from the Mars energy and what you're trying to achieve. But also with this aspect, it could be something illuminated that will give you great understanding and be able to assist you. Maybe you need to change what you're doing slightly or change your direction slightly, and whatever is illuminated on this day could help you do that. Then on the 9th we have Venus coming together with Pluto. Now this is a tremendous intensity of desire. This is happening in your 7th house of relationships, so this could be a fantastic time for relationships. The other thing is, with this aspect, it's going to happen more than once, but I'll tell you about that in a second. The reason why Venus makes this aspect 3 times is because she goes retrograde on the 18th. While she's retrograde, we can still learn and work with her energy. This is a good chance to develop sincerity in relationships. This is the lesson, and also to put your partner first. Now, if you have planets around 11 to 26 degrees of Cancer, your Sun may be in that area, then this is going to affect you quite acutely. Also Capricorn, Aries or Libra, if you have planets in those areas, then you're going to be affected more than normal. Now, the other thing we've got to wait for is March the 3rd, because that's when the 3rd and final conjunction happens, and this is when things will come to a close. In the meantime, you can work with this aspect and look out for January the 8th, because this is a time of enlightenment. This is a time when you'll be able to see any problems within relationships at that time that you need to deal with. On the 11th, it's not a day for a lot of physical activities. It may be a good time to put off any major tasks to another day. The Sun makes a square to Neptune. Neptune's in the 11th house of friends, so maybe a good time just to chat with friends, maybe do some spiritual pursuit or study. And we also have Mercury on that day, making an aspect to Jupiter. So this is good for looking at anything like psychology or astrology and just delving into things. This is a day when you'll want to use your mental energy and not your physical energy. Mars has now moved into your 6th house, into Sagittarius, so he's firing up Sagittarian energy. He makes a conjunction with the South Node immediately, and that's opposing the North Node. So when this happens, the nodes are activated and you need to balance them. It will be quite hard because Mars is conjuncting the South Node. The South Node is about our past. It's all that's familiar. And this is in your work area, in your daily routine. So you want to stick with routine. You'll want to stick with that regimented way of life. But that's not what it's all about. It's about, yes, putting your energy into things, but for the better good, the higher good of yourself and others. So it's maybe you need to change things and do things differently now to benefit all. Then on the 16th we have that long running huge aspect, which is the biggest one of the year, and that's that Saturn in square to Uranus. And this has happened since January, and it comes together again this month. It comes into orb on the 16th. So again, things will be highlighted. You can see in the news and on the TV that there's a lot going on that relates to this aspect. It's the rebellious side of Uranus that wants change and developments against the structure and organisation of Saturn. But what we don't need violence or destructive natures. What we need is creative change. We need people to bring new ideas, use the inventive side of Uranus to bring new ideas to the table so that you can gradually change the structure and organisation that we have in place. And that way we all benefit. On the 19th we have the full moon. Now the full moon is in Gemini, and it's in your 12th house. Now obviously the moon is your ruler, and in the 12th house there's going to be this need to be alone and to think and to feel things. With the full moon in Gemini, it's about the intellectual side and the thinking side, but the moon, your ruler, is about the feeling side. So you need to feel these emotions and think about them. So this is why you may want to be alone, just so you can take all this in. And also the 12th house is about the unconscious, so there's going to be a lot of thoughts and feelings running through your unconscious that you need to sort out. Now it's not a negative day because we have the Sun making a positive aspect to Jupiter, so you will get positive vibes from this. And the other thing that may happen, we have Mercury making an aspect to Chiron is in your 10th house. You may be suddenly asked to speak out in the open, and maybe in public or in within your work area. You may suddenly have to voice your opinions on something. On the 20th, it's a day when you may meet new people. Mercury makes an aspect to Uranus in your 11th house, so this could be new friends, new colleagues that come into your life, and they may be able to help you. They may be able to give you clues to how you can solve a problem you've been trying to solve for some time. Then on the 24th, there's good news because Mars makes a positive aspect to Chiron, is in that 10th house. Now the 10th house is career and destiny. So this is a positive day when you can put energy into making changes or advancing in that area. Mars in the area of work and routines. There's also a possibility that you might change things around a little bit to make things run smoother for yourself. On the 26th, Mercury makes aspect to Neptune. This is a good day for any spiritual, religious pursuits. It's good for looking at philosophy, and it's also good for planning a new trip, a venture, or a holiday in the future. Then on the 28th, we have a period of about 3 or 4 days where you can put in sustained effort. Mars is in that 6th house, so this is a time when you can analyse things and then get on and do them. Because he makes a positive aspect to Saturn, and this gives the Mars energy a purpose. Last month we had that square, which was a blockage, and this is a sextile, so the energy is free flowing and it's very easy to master, very easy to achieve. The 29th is a day of analysing things and gaining insights. Mercury conjuncts the retrograde Venus. So this is a time when you can view relationships and see what maybe needs changing while Venus is retrograde. We also have the Sun making an aspect to Chiron, so this is again a time when you can overcome any past hurts or any insecurities that you have, but you have to do this within yourself. And then things may play out in the open with Jupiter and the North Node. There may be some life lessons coming up to do with relationships, to do with relating, that you need to take on board and then make the necessary changes. From what's happened on the 29th, and maybe the fact that you found out that you didn't agree with other people's viewpoints, on the 31st there's an aspect that can help you make new discoveries about yourself and why you didn't agree with these things, and then make the necessary changes, because the Sun makes a positive aspect to Uranus. Also, it's a good day again to do new things with new people, make discoveries connected with maybe humanitarian issues, and maybe work within group areas to also make new discoveries. Use the inventive side of Uranus to do this. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I'll be glad to hear from you.